Captain's log, day 700. Clark the shark remains a continual presence on the horizon, attacking our raft and making small, rather annoying holes in it. What's up everyone, Headquarters here, and today we're going to be taking another look at Raft in episode 3 of our series. So obviously the game has updated since the last version I played. It was 1.03 in the last one, now it's 1.04, and unfortunately the old saves didn't work, so I had to rebuild my raft, so I did it a bit different this time. But essentially I started off with a long row of nets along here which just catch all the detritus that's flowing in from whatever huge thing. Oh, I fell in the water. That's bad. I would like to be out of the water, please. There's a shark there. Yeah, these nets catch all the detritus from whatever is making all of this. Whether it be our shipwreck, whether it be some factory spewing pollution out into the ocean, but pollution of a very specific, salvageable kind that's good for building rafts, you know. I haven't really experimented with building stairs. I'm building up a second level because just one level's fine for me. As you can see, it's quite big. I'm not going to lie, this took a while to do. I listened to a few podcasts while constructing it all. I've got chests full of wood and scrap and stuff. And I've got a little tree farm. And essentially, as I said in the last episode, you start off with a couple of these stations going on, and you get some water going, and you only really need 2 to start with, and then you put some more on to cook. You get some from the ocean, which is salty. You don't want salty water, you put it on there to cook. You have a little thing to cook fish on that you catch with your rod, or potatoes, which you find in the sort of barrels. But soon you get to growing trees, and trees are great because you grow them up, palm trees, from little seeds that you gather in these nets usually, and then you can chop them down. You get planks and thatch, which are your main building materials as well. I mean, there's metal as well, which you obviously can't build. You can't just generate a mine shaft into the bottom of the ocean and get metal. That'd be madness, but trees you can grow, and from trees you get coconuts and thatch and planks, as I said, and coconuts restore both water and food, so you need to eat a lot of them, but once you have enough trees, then you can just keep eating those, and those basically satisfy your needs. You don't need to worry about fishing, you don't need to worry about potatoes, you don't need to worry about killing the shark particularly, because I've got this sort of buffer zone. As far as I'm aware, the shark can't attack anywhere inside of 1 block off the side. I think I did see him once attack like a block like here, but it's rare if it happens at all. So these are safe, these aren't going to get destroyed. He sometimes attacks in nets and destroys those, but you have enough stuff that you can basically just rebuild it, and it's not going to give you any cause for concern. And yeah, as you can see, I've got chests full of stuff, so I can basically build whatever I want at the moment. But in the last episode, I wanted to build out right to the horizon to see what was there. So, as I said, a couple of podcasts were definitely listened to whilst doing that, because the game doesn't really have any ambient music or anything. It's got noises for chopping wood and stuff, but it's the perfect relaxing game to just stick on either some music of your own or a podcast in the background and just carry on. And then as I got further out, it got a bit of a chore to wander all the way back to my trees at the base, so I built some more trees, and again I did a sort of buffer zone at the back, and I have to fix these occasionally, build some more because the shark does attack them, and occasionally there's holes in my puny little sort of pontoon. Pontoon is not a word. In my little pontoon into the distance of the horizon. And so it's very misty out there, you can't really see what's going on. And I grew some more trees. And the problem that you have with trees is you tend to get more wood than thatch with it, because you need 2 thatch to make a bit of string, and so you usually end up with more wood than you actually need to build out, so you need to go back and put it in your chests or build more chests. And that's new in this update as well, that chests to store stuff, that was the major update in this, which was useful because before you were limited to just this amount of stuff, so you had to sort of build with that or throw it away. And also in the last episode I said about how it was very slow walking out along this. They've added in a sprint button for us, so you can hold down shift and just sprint. So this is getting near the end of my walkway now. You've got a huge row of trees here, they're all grown up. I can chop all of those down, and when you eat a coconut you get palm seeds, which lets you grow more, and you get 4 coconuts per tree, so you can obviously grow 4 trees from 1 tree, and it's sort of a exponential growth sort of thing going on there. So we'll build some string just so I can show you the building out, but we're getting near it. So there's my final row of trees. Here's what looks like the horizon, and then I built out over it. And you can see that the sea in the game of Raft is actually just sort of a sedimenty bottom layer with a little bit of water on top. And it shifts and waves. And then there's a huge ocean underneath, way underneath, that's the sort of skybox going on. And then you can just build out into the void. I mean, you're not gonna... I could build another raft off of this, maybe, and have a void raft, a void craft, but there's no shipwreck, as I thought there might not be. But even though the sprinting does increase your speed once you get to this sort of massive size, which obviously isn't the point of the game is to build up a mansion-y craft, then it takes quite some time to get back to your base. So I'm just looking for hovercrafts really at the moment. That's what I want from this game. Love a hovercraft. Just sort of drift in, running over the shark, maybe even taking the shark for a ride, because I hear that sharks really are big fans of getting on hovercrafts. Yeah, that'd be awesome. And then you could have a hovercraft with a harpoon gun on the back. You could harpoon the shark. There'd be more sharks. There'd be pirates on hovercrafts. But yeah, as I said in the last one, the game is not the most in-depth of survivor games out there. As I said, I've fairly cheesed it now with having coconuts. Coconuts are basically my infinite supply of food and water. I never need to fish again, unless I want to. I don't even need to stab Clark the shark, really. I mean, he nibbles away at our boat, but I don't blame him. It's a tasty boat. So yeah, hovercrafts and pirates could be things that might be added in future updates. I don't know how far they're going to support this game, but I think there is a big community built up around it that are enjoying building their own things. I mean, that's always been very popular. I would say since Minecraft, but obviously before that you have Lego and stuff in the real world, and there were other crafting games where you build creations like in The Sims, etc. People loved building huge houses and that, and just building their dreams, and there's a big draw to that, being able to be given a tool set where you can just make your own thing. So in this one, obviously, you can just make a big raft, and I haven't made a second floor yet. I might do that in a future video, but for now, I think I'm going to leave that there now that I've shown you the edge of the world. And this is all the stuff that you collected in your nets once you come back from a long trip out to the Edgelands. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave the episode there. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing the edge of the world with me. If you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing if you want to see similar content to this. As I said, we'll probably have a go at building a second floor to this. So thank you all for watching. This has been Raft version 1.04. You know, the one with chests. And I'll see all of you in the next video. Ta-ra for now!